indeed.
Yeah.
You're looking good, looking shredded.
All for nothing.
So tell us, because you put how many weeks prep into a show that has now been cancelled?
This is about 12 weeks worth of pro. Actually, that was about 11 weeks. Me and my coach kind of decided we were tossing up what we were going to do due to what happened, just a few things from last year. And we thought, you know what, let's go for it. Let's go from muscle models of physique, and that way we can grow into the show. We don't have any weight category, so it's actually been a really good prep. I gained 4 kilos on prep, which was excellent. So yeah.
So are you thinking that even though the show's been cancelled, you've packed on some mass that you can now use for future shows, so it kind of wasn't a wasted prep?
Well, look, it's what we're doing, because the show's been postponed, we'll be doing the show when it starts up again. If not, we'll be doing the next pro qualifier, which is good. So in the meantime, it's literally tapering down myself a little bit to get back to maintenance calories for a while. Because obviously, after doing the last bit of prep, you dive right down to your calories. So I'm coming back up to maintenance. I'll sit there for a while and maintain as much muscle as I can and keep as lean as I can through the various HIIT training I'm doing in the diet. And when it's ready to start up again, I'll get back on prep again.
So now, how many calories are you on now? Because you're literally, there's no fat on you. Like, people want to know how you're achieving.
There's minimal. So what was done, I've been quite lucky. I've been quite high carb throughout. I think we got down to 2,300 calories. That was my lowest on prep. Now I'm bumping up to about 2,900, I think it is, and bringing ourselves back up to maintenance for a while.
What will be your maintenance calories?
About 2,900.
2,900?
Yeah, I know.
I feel hungry hearing that. I feel hungry.
Trust me, I'm enjoying it. Like, after the kind of stress this whole virus has brought into people, and the way it's been leading into prep, I'm actually quite relieved. Because I know for me, I would have stepped on stage, I would have been stressing all week, I would have been worried about this, worried about that, who's coming near me. So I'm actually relieved that it's cancelled, which means I can actually bring something so much better next comp.
And when is the next comp going to be for you now? You don't know.
No idea.
So are you keeping your cardio quite high on throughout this maintenance period?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically, I've been putting a lot of videos as of recent about home workouts, home HIIT training, stuff like that, with resistance bands and bodyweight workouts. So with that, I'm making sure that I'm still burning around 3,000 calories a day, thereabouts. One, I've got a high metabolism.
I cycle a bit faster here to keep up with you.
But yeah, I'm still burning about that amount, which is good. So it'll keep me in a stage where I can maintain for a while. But yeah, my main goal is I need to be lean, especially for work. I need to make sure I remain lean throughout. Because when we can start up again, they're not going to say, okay, we're going to be released in 2 weeks. It's okay, it's died down. You got a week to get back on stage. So,
but I mean, with the COVID-19 virus at the moment, how are you managing to maintain that muscle mass from home? I mean, I know you're putting your home workouts on your Instagram. They're just amazing or inspiring. Please follow Ozzy and check them out if you haven't already, because there's some motivation right there. But let's be honest, it's not ideal, is it, not being able to get in the gym?
No. Look, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now is mainly resistance bands, time under tension, and body weight. So I've had to change my style of training. Yes, my calories are still up high, but I'm making sure I'm still burning that throughout what I'm doing. But with the resistance training, it's switching up between the type of resistance bands and the time under tension exercise I'm doing. Because you still need that stimulation. You still need that work in the muscle. You've got to switch your training up to match that. If you're just going to go through the motions and do 20 minutes and that's it, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah, that's right, because a lot of people They build up that muscle mass. They want to show their gains. They want to get cut, and they think if they throw around really heavy weights, that's the way to get that muscle to push against the skin, right? So you're saying all you need to maintain that muscle mass is to retain that time under tension and keep that muscle active, yeah?
Yeah. Still, especially when you get lean, make sure your calories match what your body needs, but make sure your workout, like you said, is still worth it. It's still got to be worth it. That's the biggest thing.
So let's take some viewer questions for you now then, because quite a lot of people probably still thinking this is so unattainable for me. So guys, throw your questions at Ozzy. Ozzy, show me them biceps. They're just incredible. Like, come on, guys. To be fair, I'm quite good as well, right?
Go on.
So guys, throw your questions at Ozzy, whether they're about supplementation, nutrition, his training plan. Type them out for me.
Well, in the meantime, until the questions come in, basically the biggest thing. So what I'm trying to do with my clients now is a lot of my one-to-one clients. I've moved to online training. What people need to do if they're still wanting to lose body fat and still maintain a decent physique is make sure if you don't know, please ask. Don't try to guess things. Make sure your calories match what you're doing. This is the thing. People are now inside, and people are now eating. People are now just eating for the sake of eating. People aren't exercising enough. So
I'm a little bit guilty of that, to be honest.
I had my 2 days yesterday of whatever I wanted when they cancelled the competition. So I'm with you. Today's the first day I'm back out going hard again.
So what's your advice? Say if someone goes to their freezer, they reach for the ice cream, they have a little cheat or they have a little glass of wine. I mean, it's hard not to, isn't it, when you're on quarantine?
Yeah.
What would you recommend they do to then counteract that? Would you recommend they up their cardio or...
First off, don't hold yourself accountable and don't feel that what you've done is you've messed everything up. Don't do that. That is going to literally... It's not going to be helpful in this situation. You're human. You're going to have moments where you just have some wine, you have whatever it is, you do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to lie. But if you are going to do something like that, by counting your calories, now this is, I know it sounds boring to a lot of people to count your calories, but just by going through, which this is actually what I've done most of this prep, it's been something I've played with and it's worked really well. Just by making sure I'm reaching my protein intake and my total calorie intake, I've been able to fluctuate between my carbs and my fats. Now, if people are going to stay at home and do that, make sure you know your numbers. Just log something. So if you're going to have a glass of wine and you know that's X amount of calories, substitute something else that is that amount of calories, and then make sure you add that in.
But what if you don't have a coach and you're not really sure how many calories you should be eating? Is there a source that you recommend for people to determine that?
This guy with two thumbs. No. You got. I said I do online coaching, so I'm happy to do that. Things you can find things online, but again, looking online is like arguing on the internet. Sometimes and pointless, and you're going to find 10 different things. Yeah. My recommendation is ask. Find someone that you see online that you trust, someone that you can see what they do and you like what they do, you like their style, and ask their questions. Be very careful with finding someone who is just into fitness and looks good and someone who's actually a coach, because there's a slight bit of a difference there. Coaches will be able to help you and give you the full rundown of what you need. That's something I've had lately, actually. I've had people say, I went with this guy, he looked good, but he had no idea what he was doing. Yeah, because a lot of people claim to be a coach when they're not really certified or qualified to do that, right? Instagram coaches. Go to look, it's... Ask the question. The silly question is the one that's not asked. And you'll find when people don't ask the question because they feel silly, they end up looking silly in the long run because they could have alleviated that question a long time ago. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So ask. Okay, so we've spoken quite a bit about calories. How about macros? Are you one of those people that's like, okay, if it fits your macros, it's cool, or can I eat 2,800 calories of ice cream if I'm Aussie and look like that?
I mean, my first ever coach, his diet was Peter and Ben & Jerry's because he didn't eat all day until the end. Don't know how he did it. He defied science, but he was ridiculous. But for you, I kind of do go if you fit your macros in a sense, but that's, how do I put it? I'm still making sure my carbohydrates, majority of them are good. So my sources of carbohydrates are oats, rice, white potato, sweet potato.
Okay. But
then the other things are added in, like if I have rice cakes or if I do have something else through the day of a protein bar or whatever it may be, make sure it fits my macros.
Yeah, so if you want to stay cut and you're eating the wrong macros, that can change your body composition even if you're having the same number of calories as someone that's eating correctly, right?
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So think about it. If you're going to have a protein bar to a Snickers bar, okay, you think about the amount of sugar that goes into a Snickers bar to a protein bar. They're probably going to be about the same amount of calories, but because the other one is full of sugar, you're going to end up hungrier quicker. That's probably a very...
And also, if you're wanting to sustain a certain amount of lean muscle, which obviously you are right now, and from home as well to make it even more difficult, can you actually tell us how many grams of protein you recommend per pound of lean body weight to maintain lean muscle mass?
Okay, so for myself personally at the moment, I think I'm about 200. I'm having 280 grams of protein.
Okay. How much do you weigh?
That's me personally. I'm at 92 at the moment.
All right.
So that's me personally. But I think it's 1 gram of protein per kilo or per pound of body weight. That's your average that people go off. If you want to go scientific to it, then body actually needs a minimum of 40 grams. But to you to maintain your muscle mass, for you to rebuild your muscle mass, for you to do that, make sure you're getting, I think, anywhere from up to 150 grams.
Okay.
Anywhere up from that just as a base, because you'll find people can function off 150 grams to maintain the muscle mass. Obviously, if you're heavier or if you're, depending on so many different factors, will depend what's going to be best for you, essentially.
All right, and let's speak a little bit about supplementation, because what a lot of people do as well is they think, have a protein shake, and often... in reality, they can be full of rubbish. They're additional calories that you don't need. They're replacing decent meals. What's your supplementation routine like?
The funny thing is, one of my best mates from when I was growing up, I think we were 16, he bought protein shakes by USN and didn't train. He drank so many protein shakes and still to this day has a dad bod and doesn't know how to get rid of it. It's quite funny. Anyway, sorry. Supplementation, what do I take? Sorry, funny story.
Sorry, someone just said they can't hear me, and I've no idea why. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, everyone can hear me, Mermaid Princess Cat. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me, Mermaid Princess Cat? Look, so supplements that I use, I'm actually quite basic. On the morning, first thing I do have a protein shake with oats and all that fun stuff in it. I make sure I have greens. I always have super greens, usually mixed with a Barocca.
Okay, is this in the morning, first thing when you wake up?
Yeah, this is first thing in the morning, first thing I wake up. Usually a pre-workout will probably be a can of Monster.
Sorry, before all of this stuff, do you do any completely fasted cardio when you wake up?
No.
Oh, someone else can hear me as well now. I don't understand why. I'm sorry, I'm on maximum here.
Oh, well.
Anyone else can't hear me? Yeah, carry on.
So, no, I don't do fasted cardio. One thing I've found is it doesn't really matter when you do it, you're still going to burn the calories. So as long as you're, if you're going to do cardio 2 hours after eating, sweet. You can do it fasted. It's all personal preference, really. Depends what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I've read quite a bit into this. Various studies have conflicting views, don't they? Some say, it can help a little bit, or if you're like a top performance athlete, it can make that very tiny bit of difference. But if people are looking to get cut, it's not 100% essential, would you say?
No. Look, supplements are supplements. That's it. They're there to supplement. If you want to be pure about it, minimize your supplement intake. So a protein shake, maybe some glutamine, a pre-workout if you want it, and I think that's literally all I have. Creatine as well. I think that's creatine as well. Like most of my stuff comes through food.
Which
as I said,
shouldn't it if you're nourishing your body correctly?
Exactly. Like it's not processed. When you have the processed stuff, your body. I'll turn that off. When you have the processed food, it makes it harder to break down in the body as well. So if you are trying to lose that body fat, the less processed food you have, the better result you're going to have in the end. Hello, everyone. But yeah, that's it.
Once again, if you've got any questions for Ozzy, feel free to write them down.
Ask questions. Ask questions if you've got any. But yeah, supplement-wise, I think that's all I really have. Like There's no point. Like I remember when I first started bodybuilding, I walked into a supplement store and I was like, I want, and he sold me $500 Australian dollars worth of supplements. And as time's gone on, I've realized you don't need all this when it can be done with a lot less. Like I've received a couple of messages recently of people asking me what's the best protein to have abs. And this is the thing for anyone, if this is a question for anyone whatsoever, every person has abs. There's no miracle sit-up cure. There's no miracle supplement.
Ozzy, we've just got a question for you quickly.
Well,
do them legal steroids work? Perhaps you can help this person with the Testo Max product that you're using it?
That bad boy. Okay, so do them legal steroids work? Do them legal steroids work? Yeah. So my coach, I worked with my coach for the past 5 years through competing. In those 5 years, he's looked after me through everything. Because when I'm on the show, the way I train, the things I do are a lot different. But when I come off, these are the things that my coach only lets me use. Out of everything, being the kind of test booster it is, if you look at photos before my prep, I was on nothing but these. It helped me maintain the muscle mass. It still helped me burn body fat because it kept my testosterone levels high. Not only did it keep my levels high, because it helped me maintain the muscle mass that allowed my metabolism to still burn. So, in short answer, yes.
Thank you very much.
Short, yeah.
But you still need to fuel your body with decent nutrition, right? You can take Testo Max and it will help, but you still need to be eating the right foods. Again,
it's everything's supplements. Sorry, Pablo, that's the Testo Max. Yes, everything is diet. You can add the supplements in there to help you. So a protein shake, if you're not getting your protein in, they see a cheat meal. They go, I can do cheat day. They see an exercise and they go, okay, sweet, I can do this. But they go through it half-assed. They see people with abs and they think it's an ab workout or a supplement, where it's not. So it's helping people understand that there's so much more to it, where your diet, that centralizes around everything. That's your diet. You need your diet.
Once that's back, asking how often you do cardio, please.
Okay, so I'm actually quite active with my job, so that kind of takes away from it. But during peak week, the last 3 weeks actually, I was upping my cardio by 500 calories a night, just on the treadmill, incline 10. Right? What's that?
That's at night, you said.
Yeah, that was at night just because I like to separate my training.
Okay, and another one, what's your favourite cheat meal?
Pizza,
smile.
Oh yeah, pizza, cheesy triangles, and Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's top salted caramel brownie.
Oh, you sold me on that more than any other thing you made for this entire chat.
The second, like, I'm a person that I will share everything with my wife. I will literally share all my food with her. I said to her the other day, I was eating my Ben & Jerry's, I'm like, I've been waiting for this for a week. You're not having any. I still shared it with her.
Okay, so we've got another one. Oats with peanut butter. How does he fix bad ab genetics, or she, if you're
Unfortunately, you answered your question at the end there. Genetics, you cannot fix the way your abs are shaped. But what you can do is you can obviously strengthen the abs, so you can thicken your abs, you can try and bring your waist in. Obviously, when you bring your body fat down, it all comes through. Trust me, there are some of the most incredible people in the world that have different ab genetics. Fucking James is one of them. His body is incredible, but he is slightly put off. There's heaps of people that have it. It's just what you have.
Speaking of bringing your waist in, do you believe that waist trainers work or not?
To be fair, I've never tried it. I've never gone through with waist trainers. I think it's a personal preference. If it feels like
everyone's got abs, it's about dieting down to feel them.
Exactly, but it's personal preference. If you feels better for you to bring it in, like because I've never used them. You can do that really tight, can't you? So from that, the way you can look at it is if you're exercising using an ab trainer, because your core's held tight the entire time, as long as you're engaging your core and you're holding your core in, that over time will help. It's like doing a standing plank. So things like that, if you're wanting to bring your waist in through ab exercises, the TBA circuit, I actually posted one today.
So you're doing these home circuits you're doing, are you doing them at a certain time every day?
I know it's all a bit random at the moment, but they are going out once every day, once every 2 days.
Okay, so we can join you once every day or two. So even if someone is only just starting with the cutting process now, I mean, I know for a lot of people, this whole quarantine thing is actually the boost that they have needed to get into fitness, because suddenly they're at home and they're living a more sedentary life than normal, and they're thinking, oh, actually, I really want to get fit, and ironically, now's the time they're starting to do so.
Exactly. Look, these exercises are for everyone. So I put out just a little body weight exercise with 3 exercises. There's the one I did today, which was more full body with an ab circuit. And I've done another one as well. I think it was another resistance band one, shoulders and arms workout. But look, I've got an ab workout there which works TBA, which is your inner abdominals, which help hold everything in. So if you want a tinier waist, sack off the full ab sit-ups, sack off the ones where the heavy crunches or hanging leg raises, like not hanging leg raises, the ones where it's requiring you to build muscle around it. There's exercises that literally require you to hold your core in the entire time. Those kind of exercises, planks, side planks, leg flutters, hanging leg raises, all that stuff, those things help build that tinier waist or bring that waist in.
Okay, so can't change genetics, can't change the visual structure of your abdominal muscles, but can certainly perform exercises that will help to tighten and bring in your waist, right?
Exactly, of course. But you sort the diet out and you'll be sorted. What do you say? What was that one?
Okay, I'm new to you guys. I just want to ask, what is the best cycle for cutting and bulking? So, Justin, I just want to start by saying that because all of the Crazybulk products are natural, you don't have to cycle them. So in actual fact, if you don't want to take a break, you don't have to. We do normally recommend a minimum of an 8-week cycle. But Ozzy can tell you a bit more now about the Testo Max, which is great, regardless of whether you're cutting or bulking. Obviously, you want to increase your testosterone levels to improve lean muscle mass. So I'll hand it over to Ozzy.
Having this in both your bulking and your cutting is vital to everything because it's added testosterone and it helps your body repair, it helps your body grow, it helps your body do so many different magical things through your bulking and your cutting, so that's got to be the base of everything. For you, if you're looking to bulk, again, it'll be your calories. So making sure you're 500 calories over your maintenance. If you're looking to cut, you'd want to be 500 calories under your maintenance. That would be, especially in this sort of time where you can't get access to a gym, where you're stuck inside, things have to be changed. So by bringing things to maintenance or cutting, will at least give yourself, in my eyes, will give you a better run when we're released. But if that's the case, calories are everything. Calories are everything.
Okay.
And this.
Thank you very much. Ozzy, I'm going to let you go and have a cheap pizza or ice cream or whatever you want. But I want to remind all you guys, if you want home workouts, then Ozzy is the place to go. And I'm sure he's happy to answer any additional questions you've got, either via the Facebook page, you can message me, or you can message him direct. And if you want him back, hit me up and I'll get him back for you.
Everything. Guys, look.
Can you have a little ad flash before you go? Wow.
Look, guys, quick one before we go. Look, I'm here to help. I'm here to help your mindset. I'm here to help you train. I'm here to help you do everything. Because this time it is crap for every single person. Everyone's stuck inside. People are really struggling, especially in the UK. Unlike Marbella, everyone's struggling. A lot of people are struggling. So by being able to change your mind,
right?
Exactly. Everyone's in it together, but by changing your mindset and really helping yourself that way, as well as regular exercise and good eating, you're gonna feel better. Again, I'm here to help. I'm here to talk, just like you guys are. And I thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we'll speak to you again soon. You've been fantastic. Thank you, Ozzy.
Anytime. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.